Well, it's Monday, and I'm renting. So I went to the bank. I got a speeding ticket way back in October, and I did a deal with the district attorney that he would drop down the points. It was in a construction zone. I was trying to pass a truck on the highway so that I wouldn't be stuck behind a truck for like 20, 30 miles of road work while the highway was reduced to one lane. The state trooper that stopped me understood that. He wrote that up on the ticket. I did everything I was supposed to do, and the district attorney offered me a deal. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Well, meanwhile, I got another speeding ticket. You know, that stretch of the highway just past Plattsburgh on the I-87 is, they lie in wait. You know, if you're going 77 miles an hour, they're not going to stop you, even at 79. The minute you touch 80, even for a nanosecond, they stop you. And that's exactly what happened. I had no cruise control on my car. Anyway, I spoke to the judge after I got that ticket, and I said, you know, single mother, no money, da 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 da. He said, send me a letter, and I'll drop down the fine, and you won't get points, and whatever. So I did that. And I got back a nasty note from him saying, you know, you didn't tell me about this other ticket that you had going on, that you hadn't settled yet. And, you know, I tried to tell him when I spoke with him on the phone. He said, da-da-da, I don't want to know anything about it. Don't tell me about it right now. So I didn't, and I didn't mention it in the letter. And then he got really pissed off that I didn't mention it in the letter, and he denied the district attorney's deal. Yeah, so I'm ending up with points, and I had to pay a ridiculous fine, which he did drop down a couple of $100 for me, but still, you know, I think the judge was just having a really nasty day. I spoke to him on Thursday to see if he could, you know, drop the fine down, and he was really not very accommodating. Let's just put it mildly. Anyway, so that's the backstory. So I went to the bank. I had to get a banker's draft in US dollars to pay this fine, otherwise my license will be revoked. They can do that. They have a reciprocal agreement with New York State and Quebec. So, you know, I don't just go into the bank and do what I have to do without saying hi to the person behind the counter. I'm a very friendly kind of person. So we were talking, and I was saying, yeah, I got to pay this fine, and, you know, it's really, really annoying. I mean, look, I know I was speeding. I very rarely speed. I do this highway every other week. It gets monotonous. It's no excuse, I know. It is what it is. So she starts telling me that she was pulled over in Montreal here. And she was pulled over by a cop. She was doing, it was a 35 kilometers per hour, because we're in Canada, it's 35 kilometers per hour zone, school zone or whatever. And she was doing 45 or 50. And she said the cop, you know, pulled her over, gave her a ticket. And because she had her daughter in the car, the cop also told her that she was a bad mother, risking her child's life to speed. Now, that pissed me off, but that's not the reason for the rant. The reason for the rant is as follows. She told me, yeah, you know, the cop was Filipino, and now every time I see a Filipino, I don't like them. Like, what? Because one cop, because he was a Filipino cop, that makes all Filipinos bad? I mean, what kind of labeling is that, you know? It's like, you know, Madoff stole money, so therefore all Jews steal money? I mean, come on. You know, so somebody commits a crime, he only commits that crime because of the color of his skin, his eyes, because he's grew up in a certain country. I mean, come on, that's all bullshit. Baloney. I don't know how to edit that out. Oh my gosh, how do I edit that out? Okay, so I swear occasionally. Okay, fine. But how can you, you know, I really wanted to, you know, lean over the counter and shake her, but then they'd think that I was shaking her down for more money, and that wouldn't have been a good thing. But how can you be so close-minded as to say people that belong to specific races are bad? Can't you say every time you see a cop, you get upset? That would be fine. The cop gives you a ticket, you get pissed off. Okay, fine, deal with it. Every time I see a cop when I'm driving down the I-87, believe me, my heart goes thundering in my chest. You know, you can ask Empress Cares a Lot from our drive last week. Every time I saw a cop, I was like, oh my God, it's not me, please don't be passing me, please don't pull me over, even though I knew I wasn't speeding. But, you know, to label every single Filipino as bad because one Filipino cop gave her a ticket for doing something wrong, which she fully admits that she was doing. I don't know. What is this world coming to? You know, I thought we were past the being racist, the labeling and all of that. You know, I love people. It doesn't matter the color of the skin, color of the hair, their eyes, whether they show, you know, whether they're women and they show their elbows or they wear pants, whatever. I don't discriminate. People are people. People are good, people are bad, people are, you know, all shades in between. But it's what's inside their heart that matters. I'm just disgusted. Now I feel bad. I feel bad that I didn't say something to her because I know I'm going to have to go to the bank again and I'm going to have to deal with her. And I don't want to deal with her because she's a racist wench. I mean, you know, if I was Filipino, would she have said something like that to me? Probably not. If the cop was Jewish, would she have said something like that to me? I don't know. How would you have dealt with the situation? Would you have said anything? Would you have complained to the manager? Would you just have let it lie? Let me know. Now I gotta go read up about how to edit this video thing for next time. Ciao.